Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ radio and television station. Here are the headlines. The Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee worked with the City Public Security Party Committee to discuss their work over the first 6 months of 2024. Contact with voters in the wards of Tân An, Phú, and Xuân Khánh ahead of the mid-2024 session. 4 more important vaccines will be put into use for free in the expanded vaccination program. Top news today. On the afternoon of June 11, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Hiếu, alternate member of the Party Central Committee and Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, worked with Cần Thơ City Public Security Party Committee to discuss their work over the first 6 months of 2024 and outline some key tasks for the remainder of the year.
During the first 6 months of the year, the city police successfully safeguarding numerous high-ranking delegations, heads of state and foreign delegations visiting and working in the city. The professional forces have concentrated on rigorous measures to combat and suppress crime across all areas, promptly addressing illegal activities. Efforts to ensure traffic order, safety, and fire prevention have also been intensified. Secretary Nguyễn Văn Hiếu highly commended the achievements of the city police and emphasized 4 additional key points. Continue to thoroughly understand and effectively implement the resolutions, conclusions, and directives of the city police, the Central Committee and Central Public Security Party Committee, and the City Party Committee regarding security and other. Proactively understand the situation and promptly advise city leaders on policies, plans, and measures to effectively carry out the task of protecting national security and ensuring social order and safety in the city. Focus on developing a truly clean, strong, regular, elite, and modern city police force that meets the requirements and tasks in the new situation.
On the afternoon of June 11, Mr. Phạm Văn Hiếu, standing Vice Secretary of the City Party Committee and Chairman of the City People's Council, along with deputies from the City People's Council and Ninh Kiều District People Council, had contact with voters in the wards of Tân An, Phú, and Xuân Khánh ahead of the mid-2024 session. Voters expressed several concerns, including the issue of driving in the opposite direction on both sides of the residential road under the Quang Trung Bridge slope, which is causing traffic insecurity. They requested that Ninh Kiều District Urban Management Department develop a plan to clear the sewer in alley 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on Mậu Thân Street, Area 5, Xuân Khánh Ward, as the alleys are frequently flooded during rain. Additionally, voters call for the upgrading and renovation of Hai Bà Trưng Street, which connects with Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai Street. They also urged the City People's Committee and the tourism industry to focus on exploiting and developing riverside tourism. Furthermore, voters requested that authorities enhance the inspection and management of extra teaching and learning and ensure food safety and hygiene in schools. Cần Thơ City Tax Department stated that in the first 5 months of 2024, state budget revenue managed by the tax department reached 5,092 billion Vietnamese dong, reached more than 42% of estimate, an increase of 20% over the same period last year.
In this period, the estimated revenue excluded land use fees, lottery, profits, and dividends accumulated to 3,775 billion Vietnamese dong over 5 months, reaching 46.6% of the estimate. According to the City Tax Department, 8 out of 16 revenue sources have met or exceeded the average progress. These sources include non-agricultural land use tax, personal income tax, lottery revenue, foreign investment sector revenue, non-state-owned enterprises in industry and trade, fees and charges collection, other budget revenues, and environmental protection taxes. In the remaining months of the year, the City Tax Department will implement comprehensive and vigorous tax management solutions to achieve the state budget revenue targets.
The Ministry of Health has just announced that from now until 2030, 4 more important vaccines will be put into use for free in the expanded vaccination program.
These include the rotavirus vaccine to protect children from diarrhea, the pneumococcal vaccine PCV to prevent serious diseases like pneumonia, meningitis, and sepsis, cervical cancer HPV vaccine to protect women from HPV infection, which is the primary cause of cervical cancer, and the seasonal flu vaccine. Currently, the rotavirus vaccine is being piloted in some provinces and cities and is expected to be deployed nationwide by the end of 2024. The PCV vaccine will start deploying in 2025 in 5 provinces and cities, with a plan to expand nationwide by 2030. The HPV vaccine will begin implementation in the expansion vaccination program in 2026, targeting girls aged 11. The seasonal flu vaccine is expected to be implemented starting in 2030.
On June 12 morning, the Association for Victims of Agent Orange Dioxin summarized its work in the first 6 months of the year and implemented tasks for the remaining months. The key tasks outlined in the annual work program and peak activities have been successfully deployed and implemented by the association at all levels, yielding positive results. Over the past 6 months, the association has worked diligently to organize quality and effective programs to support victims. They have also effectively organized activities commemorating the 63rd anniversary of the Agent Orange disaster in Vietnam and the Day for Vietnamese Agent Orange Victim on August 10. Within the framework of the conference, the Association for Victims of Agent Orange launched an exemplary writing contest titled Victims Overcoming Difficulties and Kind Hearts for 2024. The contest runs from June to July 25, 2024, with awards being presented on August 10, 2024, during the commemoration of the 63rd anniversary of the Agent Orange disaster in Vietnam. With over 17,400 test takers in the city taking the 10th grade high school entrance exam, surpassing the total enrollment target of just 11,000, there's a notable emphasis on streamlining students after their secondary school graduation by the education sector. In Cần Thơ City, it is anticipated that approximately 3,600 students will opt for alternative paths compared to the number of candidates registering for the total admission target for grade 10 high schools in the 2024-2025 school year. Consequently, alongside meticulously organizing the 10th grade entrance exam, the city's education sector is actively engaging in propaganda efforts and raising societal awareness regarding the significance and value of vocational education and alternative study paths for students after completing secondary school. Simultaneously, the education sector has directed the Departments of Education and Training to facilitate educational institutions in collaborating with intermediate schools and colleges to offer career counseling and guidance for 9th grade students, ensuring they have appropriate orientation and make informed choices regarding professions and job opportunities post-secondary school graduation. The government has recently issued Decree No. 63/2024, which governs the electronic implementation of 2 categories of administrative procedures.
It includes birth registration, permanent residence registration, and the issuance of health insurance cards for children under 6, as well as death registration, cancellation of permanent residence, and the handling of funeral and survivorship expenses. According to Decree 63, from its issuance date to July 1, 2024, information system for managing administrative procedures at the ministerial and provincial levels, as well as professional software used by ministries, branches, and localities, must undergo upgrades and enhancements. These improvements aim to enhance connectivity, data sharing, and efficiency with the National Population Database, National Administrative Procedures Database, National Insurance Database, specialized databases, and interconnected public service software in accordance with the provision outlined in the decree.
To reduce airfare prices during the summer peak, airlines are optimizing their operation by increasing aircraft usage time. This strategy aims to maintain consistent operation and meet the transportation demands of Vietnam aviation industry. Vietjet will introduce a series of night flights on various routes, including zero Vietnamese dong tickets and a range of convenient products and services. These flights, departing between 1 a.m. and 2:30 a.m., will primarily focus on tourist routes to and from Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, etc. Meanwhile, Vietnam Airlines plans to offer nearly 1 million night flight seats on domestic routes during June, July, and August 2024. Passengers can purchase domestic air tickets starting from 1,098,000 Vietnamese dong per way for economy class and 1,905 Vietnamese dong per way for business class. These prices include taxes and fees and are available for early morning and late evening flights. Coming up next is the weather forecast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.